Trevor, the CEO of the same foundation. The donation we received from Interbase helped us in procuring vital, life-saving medical equipment and PPE for Tygerberg and Groote hospitals in the Western Cape. This was while the Western Cape was the epicenter of the pandemic. If you would like to get in touch or assist us in these projects, you can get hold of us on our website, which is www.samefoundation.org.za, Facebook and Instagram or LinkedIn.
The fourth race will kick off jackpot 1 at 14.25, and it is a conditional graduation over 1,600 meters. And generally, when you have these condition races, Warren, we refer to the best weighted column, and it is dominated by horse number 3, Captain Casey, at a 99. Then we have joint numbers 7 and 8 at a 90, and then Ancient World and Master Figo numbers 6 and 5. I see a joint at 98. But the best weighted column, they may have found the right race for this individual, number 3, Captain Casey. What's he been off for 80 days? Warren, last seen on the 3rd of December. When you try to assess him, we've been chatting off air about him. As a 2-year-old, he was a 105. As a 3-year-old, he had 6 runs, a win and 4 places. He was consistent. His win was over a mile. And then you look at his runs this season. I don't know what to make of him, Warren. He's a horse that I know, because he achieved such a high mark, they had to run him in the races that they could as a 3-year-old. But at a 101, I personally think the jury's still out when it comes to his rating. So against this type of field, where he's taking on some up-and-coming 3-year-olds, I'm going to say he's got a race on his hands.
I couldn't agree with you more. You couldn't have said it better. Captain Casey, I know that we all know that the yard have had high hopes for Captain Casey and have always rated him. He's a lovely horse. He's a good-looking individual. Tony Riverland, I'm sure he'll be able to tell us, what his thoughts and opinions are. But although he is the best weighted,
when you're given a rating like that, I personally think that your hand is dealt for you.
Absolutely.
Instead of you having options, on where you want to go with a horse. Once you get that rating, you have to run him in the races that qualify him of that mark, instead of trying to place him if you're a low mark and you know that he's better than his rating suggests. Now the handicapper is giving you the rating. He's telling you how good your horse is. Is he that good? You'll have to prove it off that mark. This is where I stand with this horse. Is he a 105 to be racing off that mark, or is he a 101 now? But in this conditions race, on what he's shown to date this season, I can see him winning a race like this, but then I can also see him getting beat.
Absolutely. And the fact of the matter is, at the early time of recording, he's been priced up at around 28 to 10. And we say around because we're all using different platforms.
First time on the poly as well, huh?
First time on the poly. So would I be having a bet at 28 to 10? No. Would I be bankering him at 28 to 10 into my pick 6? No.
Correct.
But would I be shocked to see him win nice and comfortably? Not at all. And I would love to see him win, because
you'll be the first to congratulate Mrs. Liley.
Absolutely, lady of the turf.
Lady of the
absolutely.
Turf.
So I like him. I give him a chance. But I'm certainly not bankering him, because I'm in your camp.
Where's the cover?
I'm in your
Where
camp.
is the cover?
I think this horse, who you've read out the best weighted column that features fairly well down the best weighted column, which is a small concern. But this horse, Master Fuego, I think he's talented. I think he's a good quality horse in the making. His form's there for all to see. I think he's the one to beat. And number 7, Imposing, gets a last chance from me.
Yes.
I'm finding him hard to assess. He's dropped from 102 to an 86. We've all done our cash with Imposing, but I'm going to throw him into trifectas and quartets, but for the last time.
Trifectas and quartets for the last time, or number 7, Imposing. Let's give the cover numbers for a bet like the pick 6. This horse, Madison Valley, I want to give him a mention because I don't know how good he is. The way he thrashed the opposition when he won his maiden, it was impressive. Imaginable Kings Island coming out to win. Captain Rocket, he's the type of horse that I know when he was with Dennis Stryer, that they thought will win his fair share of races. He's a 2-time winner. He could possibly make his presence felt. Pragmatist, well, they've engaged the services of Richard Free, but the stable jockey has gone for Ancient World. You mentioned Imposing, and then Red William. Well, if you're looking for that to win, then you're looking for a horse to deliver at around 9-2. With number 3, Master Casey, will 5 and 6 be good enough as cover? Or would you play it wider than that?
So just repeat that.
I said
3
for the
and
pick 6.
Yes, yes.
With number 3, Captain Casey, would 5 and 6 be good enough as cover, or would you include a horse like Imposing and look for the big result?
Imposing tempts us time and time again, Dees.
Let's include it then. Let's go 3, 5, 6, 7.
Seeing we're giving him a last chance.
Yes.
Seeing we're giving him a last chance. Let's include him, because if he arrives for us, well, then we're in.
Then you'll drop tickets.
What are the numbers? 3, 5, 6, 7.
3, 5, 6, and 7. I'm happy with that, because if I had to pick one more runner, if you want to include one more runner, then maybe the unknown, Madison Valley, because I don't know how good this horse can be. But first run out the maidens against these type of horses, I doubt it. I would have preferred to have seen him in a different type of race than a conditional graduation, maybe a novice type of race, or a race where even if it's a handicap and he's carrying top weight, but against these type of horses with these conditions, I don't know if it's a right race for number 1, Madison Valley, but the race will tell. But Warren thinks that number 7, Imposing, who gives a last chance to, could be a nice place bet in this field of 8. We all understand that Captain Casey is the right horse to beat, but the cover there will be 5, 6, and 7 for the pick 6.
My name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle, and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.